Welcome back, friends. So, last week we were in South Dakota at Mount Rushmore. This week, we made it to Mars.
Teleport us to Mars!
Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty.
So listen, we have to talk about Stars on Mars. Stars on Mars is a new show on Fox, and it is one of the dumbest yet greatest reality TV shows that I've seen in a long time. I'm so excited about it. The cast is amazing. The set is crazy. Sometimes I forget that they're not actually on Mars.
What?
That's how realistic the set looks, and that's how crazy some of the missions are. We just got to get into this video. So before we even talk about Stars on Mars, I have to say one of my greatest fears is space. I have no desire to be an astronaut. I always think of my future children, and I feel like I'm going to be a very open-minded parent because that's how my parents were. But there is one thing that I'm going to be so strict on. My kids cannot be astronauts. I'm so sorry. I really hope that that's not their dream of all dreams because I'm going to shut it down every time because it's so scary to me.
You want to avoid black holes?
But Fox was able to take us to Mars. They beamed us up and we don't actually have to travel there. So let's talk about the format a little bit. Stars are sent to the red planet Mars and they have to compete in various challenges in order to keep themselves alive up there. They have to select a base commander.
Commander.
That is the person who is going to run and oversee whatever mission they have. And then the base commander selects a mission specialist, which is essentially their number two, their right hand man or woman. And that person also helps them leading the rest of the stars on these different challenges. And some of the challenges are crazy. They're living in this thing called the HAB, which is short for the habitat. One of the challenges, there was a meteor shower and the meteors created holes within the HAB. So they had to go outside and plug the holes with their fingers while some of the other people had to create these molds. This was one of the positions that they had to stay in for like 2 hours until the other part of their group came back with these molds and plugged in the holes. The AI malfunctioned one day and was hacked. So then they had to go and restart the AI. The challenges are so insane, but they really do remind you of some things that people would face if they were really on a space quest. So they get points for me for making it seem very realistic. So at the end of each challenge, the base commander and the mission specialist, they determine who was mission critical and who wasn't. And that is how they get to their eliminations. They have a bottom three, and out of the bottom three, whoever wasn't mission critical, that person is then sent home. It's your standard competition show where somebody is going home every week. Somebody is nominated as the leader. Somebody is on the bottom. And they rotate through that until we get down to our final few stars. We're not there yet, but the numbers are slowly dwindling down. Now, I think the folks at Eureka Productions, Fremantle, and Fox got really high one night and
got blunt.
Got weed?
they were like, what would happen if we sent celebrities to Mars? And somebody else was like, silly, we can't actually send celebrities to Mars. And then somebody else was like, but we could create a realistic set and act like we sent them to Mars. We create a Mars simulation. And so they came up with this show.
Look at that car.
And I love it. Let's get into the cast really quickly because the casting for this show, for me, when I first read it, it felt super random, but that is why I'm not a casting expert and the people who do it are. Because while it felt random to me, this cast has worked so beautifully. I've loved everybody that's come on the show. They all have different dynamics. They all have their different roles that they're playing within the house. And it just really works. If you've been here since my Vanderpump video, or if you watch Vanderpump, you know who Tom Schwartz is. Not Tom Sandoval of Scandoval fame. Tom Schwartz is his best friend. So Tom Schwartz and his bang are on the cast of Stars on Mars. Porsha Williams and her booty. Okay, one thing about Porsha is going to give you body. She's going to give you face. She's going to give you hair. She's giving us all three of those things on Mars. This girl cannot lose. She's a 10 out of 10 every time.
Try me, alien.
Marshawn Lynch, who I find extremely fascinating and entertaining. He's on the cast. Now, he and Porsha, this is no disrespect to Porsha's husband, no disrespect to Marshawn's partner if he has one, but they have some really electrifying chemistry. It's like when I see them interact, something in me just feels like there's some chemistry there. And look, just because you have chemistry with someone, that doesn't mean that anything has to happen or that I'm wishing that they would get together. But I just think if this was another reality, if there's an alternate universe out there on Mars, Porsha and Marshawn seem like they would be a really cute couple.
Did I explain it for you?
Lance King Armstrong is on there. Ariel, who played Alex on Modern Family. I'm a huge Modern Family fan, so I was really happy to see her. Adam Rippon, who is an Olympic gymnast or a figure skater. Tinashe. Oh my gosh, I love Tinashe. I've always been a fan of Tinashe, but Tinashe really won me over when she played Mimi in the live version of Rent on TV, and she killed it, and I've been really rooting for her since, so it was really cool to see her on this show. Tallulah Willis, who is Bruce Willis's daughter. Natasha Leggero, she's a comedian. Freaking Mick Lovin is on there. Ronda Rousey. Oh my gosh, how did I forget her? Her and Marshawn really form a cute bond and a really cute friendship. The athletes kind of all stay together. There's some people that I'm sure I'm missing right now, but the cast, completely random, but completely stacked. It's like between the cast and the set, Fox, what was the budget? Because what I know about Porsha Williams, Porsha is not cheap.
Girl, what it?
I also heard Marshawn is not going to roll out of bed for any chump change either. So I know they had to come up with the coin in order to at least get those two. And then they have some other really heavy hitters that I just know they didn't get for pennies. So I'm really curious about the budget. If you work at Fox, let me know anonymously what the budget was. It gives me very much Celebrity Big Brother tease if CBS was really going in with the budget for the set. It follows the same format. The base commander is essentially the HOH, which is the head of household. So those are a couple things that remind me of Celebrity Big Brother. I think the biggest thing about the show that I don't like is the fact that they eliminate somebody every week, but midway through they introduce 4 more celebranauts is what they call them. I just feel like what's the point in eliminating some of the people that we were starting to love early on in the process, eliminating them and then introducing more people that we aren't as invested in. So when the new stars come in, you don't really care if they get eliminated or not because you haven't had time to formulate any real opinions or real attachments to them. Some of the stars that they end up bringing in are Kat Cora, who's a celebrity chef, Andy Richter, who's really funny, and Paul Pierce. And while they have been on for a couple episodes, I'm starting to get to know them. I still want that core group to remain intact. And so it feels like that was a misstep on their part. But aside from that, though, that's one of the only flaws that I can find within the format. I'm super into Stars on Mars. I've actually been really getting into the competition style of reality TV shows now with Stars on Mars. I've watched a couple episodes of season 1 of Claim to Fame, which is so crazy. I just got into the challenge. Oh my God, the challenge is wild. Y'all, I'm definitely going to be talking about the Challenge USA on this channel. Big Brother, of course. I've been in my competition show bag lately, and those have been the reality TV shows that have really kept my attention. So I think I might talk about those a little bit more. But have you watched Stars on Mars? If you have, what do you think? Who are you rooting for? I'm personally rooting for Porsha. I need more stuff like this. I just need more fun, dumb, low stakes reality television. Everything has gotten so dark lately, and I've been really feeling high endurance competition shows. So yes, go watch Stars on Mars, come back, let me know what you think. And do you think I will survive on the red planet?
No.
Nah.
No.
Let me know. Bye.